What's going on, everybody? Crypto Headquarters here, and today I want to bring you guys an explanation video on the cryptocurrency Nebulas. So throughout this video today, I'm going to be explaining to you guys in very simple terms what the Nebulas cryptocurrency is, as well as give my thoughts, opinions, and analysis on this cryptocurrency going into the future. So with that said, I'm going to jump right into the disclaimer that says none of the information in today's video is investment or financial advice. This is just simply my personal opinion. Please do your own research before investing. Invest at your own risk. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Consult a financial advisor if necessary. As for transparency purposes, I am not invested in and do not hold Nebulas in my portfolio at the time of making this video. With that said, let's jump in to what Nebulas, the cryptocurrency, actually is. The first thing that I want to talk about in today's video is the numbers behind Nebulas. So I'm going to quickly go over this before I explain what Nebulas is, but coming in with a market cap of just over $225 million, that puts Nebulas at a rank of 66th overall in terms of overall market cap and valuation, as well as has an individual token amount of $6.36 per token, up 12.34% in the last 24 hours. So the whole cryptocurrency market as a whole is recovering a bit. That's why you guys are seeing some bigger numbers as expected in terms of recovery. So that's good to see overall. So as for their circulating supply, Nebula's circulating supply right now is 35.5 million NAS on the dot, as well as its total supply is at 100 million NAS. So their max supply is also the same, but what's interesting to note is that there is a very small amount of NAS on the market right now, and its total supply is not huge either, coming in at 100 million. So a lower supply cryptocurrency nonetheless. If we look at when Nebulas became tradable, it became tradable on August 22nd, and the information was updated to CoinMarketCap.com at $4.58. Since then, we've seen all-time highs at the beginning of January, on January 9th, at the peak of the altcoin bull run at $15.10. And since then, just like all other cryptocurrencies, Nebulas has seen a drop in market valuation. As money flows out of cryptocurrency, FUD hits the market, and we begin to recover here into the future. That's where we get this $6.36 mark. But basically, overall, Nebulas is a strong cryptocurrency in terms of market cap. It's established within the industry, and although it has not seen that $1 billion market cap, it definitely is a cryptocurrency with a lot of promise going forward. Not a huge cryptocurrency by any means, but definitely is established with that 66th overall rank in terms of overall market cap. If we look at where Nebulas is placed, if we look at where Nebulas, you guys can buy Nebulas on what exchanges. They don't have the Binance or Bittrex listings, which is kind of a bummer here. You can get on the Huobi exchange, and that will probably be your best bet, as well as the OKE or the OKX exchange at $700,000 in terms of volume over there, and about $1.4 to $1.8 million in volume on the Huobi exchange. So again, doesn't have those Binance or Bittrex listing, which kind of sucks overall in general, especially for me. However, I don't hold Nebulas in my portfolio. Maybe this is something that's keeping you back from potentially buying this cryptocurrency. I'm not sure, but that's where you guys can find these cryptocurrencies, is this cryptocurrency, if you guys are interested. And now, with this said, now that we have the numbers out of the way, let's jump into what Nebulas actually is and their project within blockchain. I'm going to be using an article over on coincentral.com to explain to you guys what Nebulas is, as well as do my best to explain what their project is within blockchain and cryptocurrency. So what is Nebulas? A beginner's guide written by Aaron Gorsline over on coincentral.com. Will be linked down in the description down below for you guys that are interested, just as everything is that I talk about in all of my videos. So make sure to check this out if you guys want some more information. But the internet of the future, a new look into Nebulas, the new Google for blockchain cryptocurrency. So what is Nebulas? Well, as they describe themselves, Nebulas is an incentive-based, self-evolving blockchain system with a decentralized platform which provides a search framework for all blockchains. Founded in 2017, the Singapore-based Nebulas IO Foundation's project highlights include a search engine and upgradable smart contract capabilities, things not currently feasible on Ethereum. So they're improving on Ethereum in a few ways here, as well as many in the cryptocurrency are referring to Nebulas as the new Google. While the two are similar in a sense, they hold very different use cases. So Google, as we know, is intended for day-to-day internet information searches. Nebulas differentiates themselves and is different in the regard that Nebulas focuses on searches among decentralized applications, or dApps, as well as smart contracts and users' blockchain assets. What this means is that while Google is, again, day-to-day internet information searches, Nebulas is also a search engine. However, Nebulas specifically focuses on searches involving dApps, smart contracts, and users' blockchain assets. So very, very similar. However, they do have different use cases. As of right now, the Nebulas token is an ERC20 token. However, understand that when the mainnet launches in March, as it already has as of making this video, NAS will switch over from the Ethereum blockchain to the distinct Nebulas chain. So right now it's March, the mainnet is live, as you guys will see on their website as I talk about later in today's video. And right now it should be over on the distinct Nebulas chain and actually should not be an ERC20 token as far as I know. So according to its white paper, Nebula's mission is to lead us to a better life with a higher level of freedom and equality. What does this mean? Well, the team hopes that its blockchain technology will help facilitate the turning of public data into private data. This eliminates the chances of large corporations like Google, Amazon, and Facebook from analyzing and profiting from said data. So right now, so much public data is available for these big corporations to use. They can sell it to other marketing places. That's how a lot of these places market to you and find the specific products that you want. So by making this public data private, these big companies and corporations won't be able to analyze as well as profit from your data and information. So some privacy aspects there. Some key features of Nebulas. Well, let's start with NR, or the Nebulas rank. Well, what the Nebulas rank does is it sets up the universal blockchain measure of value. For example, you'll be able to check the highest rated dApps and make better judgment. With any search engine, you're going to need a ranking system or a ranking algorithm. The Nebulas rank is what's going to be the measure of value for decentralized applications so that you can pick the highest rated one that fits your best needs. That is one of the key functions of how Nebulas actually works. Additionally, let's look at Nebulas Force, or NF. This is a developer-friendly solution that supports protocols as well as smart contracts flexibility. This helps the blockchain adapt to market demands and stops forking from occurring. So some other big buzzwords that you guys have been hearing about Nebulas is that they're basically going to stop forking from happening in the future. Instead of having blockchain projects as well as cryptocurrencies become inflexible and not able to adapt to the community or market wants and demands, what happens is those cryptocurrencies fork, a new cryptocurrency is formed, the community, if that cryptocurrency fits the needs and demands that they want, is a better solution, they will adopt that cryptocurrency and that will become the de facto cryptocurrency that once was. So with Nebulas Force, they allow a friendly solution that supports protocols and smart contracts flexibility. What this does is it helps the blockchain to adapt to market demands, which stops forking from occurring. So because the protocols as well as smart contracts are so flexible, no forking will need to be occurred because it will be able to easily adapt to the market demands, and there won't be anything new that will need to be created due to the fact of how flexible it is and how easy they can change. So that is pretty cool as well. Additionally, the developer incentive protocol, the DIP, the DIP, or the proof of devotion, the POD. So this is a system to reward developers with NAS for their contributions. It supports fairness in the best interest of these developers. So obviously, as it states, it's an incentive protocol to keep developers on the platform, as well as it supports the fairness and best interests of these developers. Additionally, the search engine. So this helps users find desired data, such as decentralized applications and smart contracts in a massive market. Pretty self-explanatory there. As well as finally, we have the Lightning Network Wallet, which is essentially atomic swap. So you'll be able to swap your NAS for any Lightning Network enabled coin. So that's pretty cool as well. A lot of flexibility with Nebulas. How does Nebulas actually work? Well, again, I'm going to kind of run through this here very quickly. Well, you start with the Nebulas rank and R. So this is the kind of ranking that they use in order to rank decentralized applications. So open source core ranking algorithm based on liquidity, propagation of users' assets, and the interactivity between users. So that's how their algorithm actually works, and that's the criteria that it's based on. Enter will help rank various entities, smart contracts, addresses, as well as decentralized applications. We move down into the Nebulas Force. Again, this is how they basically stop forking in a way. This provides Nebulas blockchain and its distributed applications built on top of the capability to self-evolve. With NF, developers can update the protocol, preventing divides in the community from hard forks. So it stops those hard forks from happening in the first place due to the fact developers can update the protocol, which will, again, move in the best interests of the community behind it, preventing these hard forks from happening. And finally, we have the developer incentive protocol, the DIP, which is positive feedback loop in place to motivate decentralized application creation. So about Nebulas, well, I am not going to go too far in here, but basically what you guys need to understand is that there is a very, very strong team behind the Nebulas cryptocurrency, as well as they have three very, very key and important advisors, and they are listed right here as I'm going to highlight. The reason they are important is they are very influential members of the business and blockchain communities. One, Young is an avid tech investor, a partner at 500 startups, and has been featured in Inc.'s magazine article, The Silicon Valley Investors You Need to Know in 2016. Again, they talk about the other advisors as well, but there's a lot of credibility behind the people behind the Nebulas platform and project. So very, very strong team there. Check this out again. This will be linked down in the description of this video. They talk about the coin supply as well as the trading history, where you can buy Nebulas, where you can store it, as well as the conclusion. So again, I'm going to talk about the conclusion here, as well as everything will be linked down in the description down below. But Nebula seems to hold one of the strongest teams in the blockchain industry, as I pointed out earlier. So as well, the Nebulas project addresses three major issues that currently exist in blockchain technology. One, you have the lack of a universal measure of value, which should measure the value of users/smart contracts. That is not currently available, and that exists in the blockchain technology industry. Nebulas plans to do that with, as I pointed out, to kind of link everything together with the Nebulas rank, or NR. Additionally, the second thing that is an issue within blockchain technology is the inability for system upgrades. This leads to hard and soft forks, and this is the NF, and the lack of a healthy ecosystem to support a great user experience. So three huge things and three problems that need issues within blockchain, and Nebulas is set out to fix. The team believes that as the number of dApps grows, users will need help navigating through the enormous amount of applications to find the one that they want. As well, encouraging and assisting developers in the construction of dApps is needed. Take Ethereum, for example. Hundreds of thousands of apps have been built on Ethereum right now. When the number of blockchain decentralized applications reaches that of the Apple App Store, how to search and find the expected dApp will be a big challenge. This ambitious project certainly has major undertakings ahead of them if the team intends to complete everything outlined in its white paper. It'll be interesting to witness how this relatively new blockchain project competes in the massive sea of all the other ones. But you guys can see right there are three major issues that Nebulas wants to take advantage of and solve. And if you actually look at some of the examples they gave, Ethereum, there are hundreds of thousands of apps that are built on there right now. And when the number of these decentralized applications being built on Ethereum reaches that of the Apple App Store, which is a ton of dApps in total, how to search and find the expected dApp would be a big challenge. But if they are able to succeed, this will be absolutely huge. And you guys can understand why finding the information, the smart contracts, the addresses, the decentralized applications that you want, as well as the best one that fits your needs. You guys can see how important that is, as you guys can just type in the Google search engine right now, or whatever search engine you have, and imagine if you could not specify what you want through the internet and you had to manually scroll through it. So Nebula's a lot of things going on with this cryptocurrency. Very bullish on it for the future. Very interested in to see what the team has to come up with here in terms of its project, as well as them delivering on their roadmap. And hopefully we can see them come through and this project we can be successful. So enough rambling here on at the end. I'm going to jump into the next section of the video now that the groundwork is set for what Nebulas is trying to achieve as a project, as well as what they want to solve within blockchain. A lot of the things that I outlined earlier in today's video can be found over on Nebula's website, which will be linked down in the description down below. However, I want to give a quick run through of what they've got going over here. So Nebula's decentralized search framework, they've got their testnet information, their white paper, as well as their GitHub report there. They say it's never been so easy to search for blockchain data and information. So with their rank, their innovative ranking algorithm, this allows for easy access to valuable blockchain data, as I pointed out earlier. So you can create your first blockchain search engine. You can search multi-type data in blockchain around the world, as well as they have an open source value ranking algorithm, and you can start with your familiar high level languages, which are all supported here. You can learn more about this by clicking this link, and in 2018 Q1, the mainnet is online. There's more possibilities with Nebula, so which blockchain project is getting the most traction, which exchanges, including DEX or DEXs, are moving the most volume. Show me all of the prediction smart contracts. This is all stuff that you can search within the Nebula search engine and ecosystem to find the answers to, and which they're going to rank and give you the best and most specific answer to your question. So the next generation of blockchain ecosystem, here's an outline of how their ecosystem is actually going to work and the framework behind it. Obviously, it starts with the open source Nebulas blockchain, which includes the NR, the NF, and the Development Incentive Protocol, or DIP, and this helps support the Nebula's decentralized search framework, which is, again, the social network, build your own decentralized applications, the search engine, the app store, the token, etc. So that's how the ecosystem works. Obviously, their roadmap, they were founded in 2017. Their technical white paper and open source came out in Q3 of 2017, and their testnet came online in Q4 of 2017. Right now, we have the mainnet released and online, and in Q4 of 2018, obviously a huge jump here. They're going to have version 2.0 and the self-evolution function release coming out. So some media stuff right here, Business Insider, Cointelegraph, and CCN. So they have some articles here. No more hard forks in the next generation of blockchain, as I've explained what that means earlier in the video, as well as other social media pages linked here. Here are all the partners for Nebulas at the bottom of their page, and that's kind of just a little run through of what Nebulas has got going for them on their website. As complicated as a project as Nebulas is in terms of the technicality and what they really want to do in terms of their search engine and search algorithm, I think Nebulas does a great job of breaking it down for the average user, and as well as they have a very professional website that is easy to navigate. So that's what they have going on over on their website. Very impressed. At this point in the video, I want to give you guys my final thoughts and opinions on the cryptocurrency known as Nebulas. So Nebulas is a cryptocurrency, if you guys can't tell, that I'm very, very bullish on for the future. Throughout the video, I've talked about the problems that Nebulas wants to fix, as well as the problems they want to solve within blockchain and how their project is going to do so. I truly believe with the number of smart contracts as well as decentralized applications increasing every single day, we are going to be more in need of eventually a search engine that's not only able to give and assign a value to each smart contract as well as decentralized application, but also rank them in an order that gives the user or the person who puts or searches within the Nebula search engine exactly what they need when they need it, most specific to what their search was. So obviously a lot of use cases for Nebula going into the future. They're really trying to solve a major problem within blockchain and cryptocurrency. They support the developers on their platform, and if you even look at one of the key things that they're trying to do, they're trying to make public information private. They're trying to make it a fair and free marketplace as well as an ecosystem where huge companies and corporations can't take your data, sell it, analyze it, profit from it. Nebulas wants to make that all private, just as it should be in a lot of people's opinions. So very, very cool stuff that the Nebulas team is trying to do there. When I look at the project in and of itself, I also look at the team behind it, and as I have outlined in the video, and as the article over on Coin Central has pointed out, the team behind it is very, very strong, as well as its board of advisors have a lot of credibility to them as well. And going into the future, I have no doubt that Nebulas is at least going to be able to deliver, hopefully, on the things that they promised, due to the fact that they have a very, very solid background in what they do. And I think even with all of this stuff, they're going to be successful. So that's kind of my thoughts and opinions on the project and the team. Very, very confident in both of these things. Moving forward, what do I think about the price of Nebulas? Well, again, it has a pretty solid market cap around $225 million. Definitely established itself within the top 100. Moving into the future, I think one of the only things holding Nebulas back is the current cryptocurrency market as a whole. It's hard for any cryptocurrency to gain any huge amount of value right now in this current bear market. We've seen hundreds of millions of dollars just come out of the marketplace as a whole. We're currently sitting under $400 billion, and that has kind of gone down a lot within the past few days. It looked like we were getting a bit of a recovery, but that was quickly shot down by the bears, which again put us under that $400 billion number. So as money continues to flow in the cryptocurrency and we try to recover from this bear market, I think that Nebulas is going to be able to flourish for the reasons that I outlined. Obviously, they're going to have to continue working on their roadmap as well as their project, as it's not going to keep remaining and keep getting value at its current point in time, but that goes for any cryptocurrency project as well. In my opinion, Nebula's all-time highs of around $15 at around January. I think 2018 is going to be a big year for Nebulas as well going into the future, due to all the things and all the reasons that I've outlined in today's video. But right now, if you look at what's holding Nebulas back as a cryptocurrency, as well as just cryptocurrency in general, because there are so many projects that are so, if we look at the future, they solve so many problems within blockchain. They check all my lists. However, the market as a whole is just holding them back. So Nebulas isn't the only project out there kind of suffering from this overall cryptocurrency bearish market. However, in the future, I think that if we set a potential conservative price estimate under $50, that would be a potential goal to set. However, this is not investment or financial advice. I really don't like making price predictions for a lot of these cryptocurrencies that I have just kind of started researching. Nebulas has obviously been on my radar for a good amount of time, but when I'm making this price prediction video, I honestly think the sky's the limit for Nebulas. One of the biggest things that's holding me back from making an absolutely absurd price prediction for this cryptocurrency is the fact that Nebulas has a very ambitious project, and I have no doubt in my mind that this team will be able to eventually complete whatever they have promised on their roadmap and everything surrounding that. I do not know when the huge surge in price is going to come. Obviously, I think Nebulas is going to benefit from the next bull run, just as most cryptocurrencies do. However, specifically, Nebulas, again, though it checks all the boxes, it still has a long ways to go in terms of fully rolling out this search engine that they promised. So potentially, maybe we could see a $50 Nebulas at the end of 2018. Long way to go here. This is not investment or financial advice. I'd definitely be interested to hear what you guys have to say. I think a pretty high price per token is achievable with Nebulas because it does have a pretty low circulating and total supply. I think $1 billion market cap should be no problem for this cryptocurrency overall, just due to, again, it's checked all the boxes. I truly believe in this cryptocurrency as well as the team. Got a lot of strong things going for it, but again, not investment or financial advice. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Pretty much anything up to $50 I think is achievable for 2018. I might be wrong. I might be right. That's what makes cryptocurrency so great, and that's why I love interacting with you guys in the comment section, because nobody can really truly forecast what the future of these cryptocurrencies are. All I'm going to basically say is that I am so bullish on this cryptocurrency. I'm excited for the future, and that's all I got to say there. So finally, for the third and final time, not investment or financial advice. Please do your own research, just my personal opinion. Now I'm going to cut to the outro of today's video. That's going to do it for the video today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Hopefully you guys learned something, as I really wanted to create this video not only to explain to you guys what Nebulas is, as well as give a conservative price prediction for Nebulas in the future. Who knows where my price predictions will go? Will they be accurate going into the future? That's one of the great things about cryptocurrency, is that nobody knows where these cryptocurrencies are going to go, as well as the market as a whole. And as of recently, it has surprised a lot of people, as everybody wants it to turn bullish again. However, the bears have really been beating down the market. So again, with Nebulas, I think it checks all the boxes for me. However, you have to understand that there are a lot of other outside factors that impact the price of cryptocurrencies as a whole. So really, just understand what Nebulas is. Do your own research before you guys make any investment decisions. And when I talk about price predictions, understand that I'm talking about in the year of 2018, and that is considering that Nebulas does everything that they have said they are going to do on their roadmap. They continue to be successful with all of the things that they're being successful with now, and the overall market of cryptocurrency recovers. So obviously, I think Nebulas has some big things going for them in the future. Hopefully they can hit that $1 billion market cap, as I think they can. So again, I'm going to jump right into the disclaimer of the video that says none of the information in this video is investment or financial advice. This is just simply my personal opinion. Please do your own research before investing. Invest at your own risk. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. And consult a financial advisor if necessary. Understand the information in today's video is only intended for educational purposes, so don't take it as financial or investment advice, as that's not what it is. For transparency purposes, I will say, guys, I am not invested in Nebulas and don't hold Nebulas in my portfolio at the time of today's video. But enough for rambling on here today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and have a great day.